What if aging isn't something you have to surrender to, but something you can shape, even reverse, one habit at a time? That's not just motivational talk. It's backed by science. In recent years, researchers have made a groundbreaking shift in how we understand aging. It's no longer viewed as an inevitable decline, but as a biological process that can be influenced through targeted daily actions. In other words, how you age is, to a surprising degree, up to you. In this video, we're diving into 6 science-backed habits that work on a cellular level. These are not expensive treatments or complicated biohacks. They're accessible, free, and rooted in behavioral science, neuroscience, and clinical research. Each one has been shown to improve how your cells repair, how your brain responds to stress, and how your metabolism functions as you age. From how you expose yourself to light in the morning to how you move, eat, and sleep. These habits send powerful signals to your body to repair and stay resilient. So stick around. Habit number 6 might completely change how you think about aging, because it's not just about adding years to your life, but adding life to your years. Let's begin. Habit 1. Align with morning light and gentle movement. Your body doesn't just wake up in the morning, it syncs itself with the world. Every organ, every cell, every hormone cycle is tied to a 24-hour internal rhythm known as your circadian clock. And the most powerful way to set this clock each day? Light. Think of your circadian rhythm as your body's master schedule. It determines when you feel awake or sleepy, when your body repairs, when hormones like cortisol or melatonin rise or fall. The brain's central pacemaker for this clock is a small structure called the suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN, and it takes its cue from one thing above all: morning sunlight. When light enters your eyes, especially in the first hour after waking, it sends a direct signal to the SCN to reset your internal clock. Cortisol rises in a good way, helping you feel alert and focused. Meanwhile, melatonin, the hormone that helps you sleep, gets shut off. This light exposure also triggers genes involved in metabolism, cellular repair, and energy production. Dr. Sachin Panda, a leading circadian biologist, has shown that even 10 minutes of morning sunlight can dramatically improve hormone balance, energy levels, and sleep quality later in the evening. In fact, his research suggests that the timing of light may be just as important as the amount of sleep you get. Let's make this real with a quick story. Meet Carol, a retired teacher in Arizona. For years, she struggled with restless sleep, daytime fatigue, and that foggy can't-think-straight feeling. After reading about circadian health, she made one simple change. Every morning, within 30 minutes of waking, she stepped outside and walked around her backyard garden. No phone, no sunglasses, just 15 minutes of light and movement. Within a week, her sleep improved, her mood lifted, and by the 3rd week, she told her daughter she felt like her old self again. What Carol did wasn't magic, it was biology. The gentle movement added an extra benefit. Low-intensity exercise in the morning enhances insulin sensitivity and increases levels of BDNF, brain-derived neurotrophic factor, a compound that supports memory and learning. It's like giving your brain a morning coffee, without the crash. Here's how to implement it in your life. Step outside within 30 minutes of waking. You don't need direct sun, just natural daylight. Stand on your porch, walk around the block, or tend to your plants. Aim for 10 to 20 minutes. If it's overcast, double the time. Pair it with light movement. Walk the dog, stretch on the patio, or do some easy yoga. The key is consistency, not intensity. No sunglasses during this time. They block key light wavelengths, and avoid checking your phone while outside. This daily ritual doesn't require money or willpower, just a bit of time and attention. And over the weeks, it rewires your biology in ways that ripple through your energy, mood, metabolism, and sleep. Start tomorrow morning. Step outside. Move a little. Let your body know the day has begun. Habit 2. Zone 2 cardio for mitochondrial youth. If you could give your body a message each week that says, stay young, stay strong, Zone 2 cardio would be the way to do it. Zone 2 cardio refers to a specific level of aerobic exercise, gentle, sustained, and surprisingly effective. It's that sweet spot where your heart rate is elevated but not pounding, where you can still carry on a conversation, but you're clearly working. Think brisk walking, slow cycling, light jogging, or hiking at steady pace. You're moving with purpose, but not gasping for breath. Why is Zone 2 so powerful, especially as we age? The answer lies in your mitochondria, the tiny engines in your cells that produce energy. As we get older, these mitochondria naturally become less efficient. They generate less energy and release more damaging byproducts, contributing to fatigue, slower recovery, and even chronic diseases like Alzheimer's and type 2 diabetes. But studies from the Mayo Clinic and the University of Copenhagen have shown that consistent Zone 2 training actually reverses this decline. It stimulates mitochondrial biogenesis, which means your body starts creating new, healthy mitochondria, especially in muscles and brain tissue. That translates to more energy, sharper mental clarity, and improved endurance in everyday life. One compelling study followed older adults who trained in Zone 2 for just 12 weeks. Not only did their energy levels increase, but muscle biopsies showed a rejuvenation of mitochondrial function. Their cells began to behave more like those of people 20 years younger. Compare this to high-intensity training, HIIT. While HIIT has its place, it can be taxing on joints and harder to sustain, especially for people over 50. Zone 2, by contrast, is low-impact, sustainable, and gentle on the body, perfect for long-term consistency. Let's ground this in a real-life example. Meet Diane, a 62-year-old from Michigan. After retiring, she found herself dealing with chronic fatigue, brain fog, and a frustrating lack of motivation. Inspired by her daughter's success with Zone 2 training, she began walking 30 to 45 minutes, 4 days a week. Sometimes she'd walk with her neighbor and chat. Other days, she listened to podcasts. No pressure, just consistency. After 6 weeks, Diane's energy had doubled. Her sleep improved, and she was thinking more clearly. But the real surprise? Her doctor noticed a drop in her fasting glucose and inflammatory markers, without any medication changes. So, how can you make Zone 2 part of your week? Frequency. Aim for 3 to 4 sessions per week. Duration. Each session should last 30 to 45 minutes. The talk test. You should be able to speak in full sentences, but not sing. No fancy gear needed. Walking briskly in your neighborhood is more than enough. Want more structure? If you have a heart rate monitor, Zone 2 is typically 60 to 70% of your max heart rate. Estimate, 220 minus your age, then multiply by 0.6 or 0.7. Zone 2 isn't just about exercise, it's about cellular rejuvenation. It's one of the safest, most effective anti-aging interventions you can adopt. And once it becomes part of your weekly rhythm, your body and brain will thank you. Habit 3. Hormetic stress, cold and heat therapy. One of the biggest breakthroughs in longevity science is the idea that controlled discomfort, what researchers call hormesis, can actually make your body stronger. The concept is simple. Short bursts of physical stress trigger your biology to adapt, repair, and become more resilient. Let's start with cold therapy. Whether it's a cold shower, a quick dip in a chilly lake, or an ice bath, cold exposure activates a powerful hormonal response. One of the key benefits is a massive spike in norepinephrine, a neurotransmitter that helps improve focus, mood, and reduce inflammation. But that's not all. Cold exposure also stimulates cold shock proteins that help protect your mitochondria and prevent muscle breakdown. In a study published in Aging Cell, researchers found that brief cold exposure increased mitochondrial density and improved insulin sensitivity, both of which are essential for aging gracefully and maintaining metabolic health. Take George, a 67-year-old retired veteran in Colorado. For years, he struggled with chronic joint pain and morning stiffness. After hearing about cold exposure, he began finishing his showers with just 30 seconds of cold water. Within 2 weeks, he noticed reduced swelling in his knees and sharper mental clarity. Today, George swears by his morning cold rinse as his reset button. Now let's talk heat therapy, particularly sauna use. In Finland, where sauna culture is deeply ingrained. Researchers from the University of Eastern Finland conducted a massive 20-year study of over 2,000 men. The findings? Those who used a sauna 4 to 7 times per week had a 65% lower risk of Alzheimer's and a 40% lower risk of all-cause mortality. Why does heat work? Sauna sessions increase brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a molecule that supports brain plasticity and mood regulation. Heat also induces heat shock proteins that help repair damaged cells, boost detoxification, and reduce inflammation system-wide. Growth hormone also spikes after sauna use, key for muscle repair and recovery. Here's how you can safely incorporate hormetic stress into your week. Cold exposure. Start with 30 seconds at the end of your shower, 3x per week. Gradually build up to 1 to 2 minutes. Heat therapy. Use a dry or infrared sauna for 15 to 20 minutes, 2 to 4 times per week. No sauna? A hot bath with Epsom salt can still offer mild heat benefits. Important note: if you have cardiovascular issues, always consult your doctor before starting sauna or cold therapy. Hormesis reminds us of a powerful truth. The right kind of stress doesn't break us, it rebuilds us. Add this to your weekly routine and you'll feel stronger, clearer, and more resilient over time. Habit 4. Prioritize deep sleep as daily regeneration. Sleep isn't just a pause button, it's your body's most powerful nightly repair mechanism. While we often think of rest as passive, deep sleep is actually one of the most biologically active times for healing, rebuilding, and even slowing the aging process. Think of it this way. Every night, your body operates like an overnight repair shop. And one of its most vital tasks? Taking out the cellular trash. During deep sleep, especially the slow wave phase, your brain activates something called the glymphatic system, a kind of neurological housekeeping service. It flushes out metabolic waste, including harmful proteins like beta amyloid and tau, which are closely linked to Alzheimer's and cognitive decline. No deep sleep? The trash piles up, and so do memory lapses, brain fog, and inflammation. Your body also releases human growth hormone, HGH, during deep sleep. HGH is crucial for tissue repair, muscle maintenance, fat metabolism, and collagen production. According to Stanford University research, consistent deep sleep supports glucose regulation, reduces cortisol spikes, and improves insulin sensitivity, all markers of healthy aging. One standout study in the Journal of Gerontology even found a strong correlation between high-quality sleep and longer telomere length, a key indicator of cellular youth. So, how do you optimize your sleep for regeneration? Here are science-backed protocols that work. Keep your room cool, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius. This mimics your body's natural drop in core temperature needed to enter deep sleep. Dim lights 90 minutes before bed. This helps your brain release melatonin naturally. Avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Even a single cup in the afternoon can reduce deep sleep by 20% for sensitive individuals. Create a calming bedtime routine. Stretching, journaling, or even deep breathing lowers cortisol and helps shift your nervous system into rest and repair mode. Take Walter, a 73-year-old grandfather from Oregon. After losing his wife, he began waking up multiple times each night, feeling exhausted during the day. Then he committed to a strict routine. No screens after 8 p.m., 10 minutes of reading, and 5 minutes of box breathing before lights out. Within a month, his sleep deepened, his morning stiffness lessened, and he felt emotionally more balanced. The lesson? Deep sleep isn't optional after 60. It's essential. Every hour of quality rest gives your body a chance to reset its hormones, renew its tissues, and protect your brain from premature aging. So the next time you reach for another late-night scroll or snack, remember, your body can only repair what it's given time and space to heal. Prioritize deep sleep. It's the foundation of anti-aging. Habit 5. Strength training as anti-aging signal. Muscle isn't just about strength or aesthetics. It's a powerful biological signal of vitality, resilience, and longevity. In fact, Having more lean muscle mass after 60 is one of the strongest predictors of independence, metabolic health, and even life expectancy. Let's reframe the way we think about exercise. Muscle is your anti-aging organ. When you engage in resistance training, whether it's with weights, bands, or even body weight, you trigger the release of myokines. These are signaling molecules produced by contracting muscles that tell your body, we're still active. Keep growing. Stay young. Myokines regulate inflammation, support brain health, and improve insulin sensitivity. Another key player activated by strength training is mTOR, mechanistic target of rapamycin. It's a pathway that drives muscle protein synthesis and cellular repair, helping rebuild tissues and even enhance DNA stability. Resistance training also boosts brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a molecule essential for learning, memory, and neuroplasticity. The research backs it up. A 2020 study in Frontiers in Physiology found that older adults who strength trained consistently showed gene expression patterns similar to much younger individuals, especially in pathways linked to mitochondria and protein maintenance. Even more impressively, researchers from the University of Alabama found that adults over 60 who did strength training just 2 times per week for 6 months reversed their epigenetic age by nearly 3 years. That's right. Lifting weights literally turned back their biological clock. So what's the best way to start? You don't need to join a gym. Try a 2x/week full body routine using simple movements. Squats, with or without support. Push-ups against a wall, counter, or on knees. Resistance bands for rows, curls, and shoulder presses. Each session can take just 20 to 30 minutes, and even bodyweight exercises, done with intention, can yield big benefits. Consider Maria, a 67-year-old retired nurse from Ohio. After a minor fall left her shaken, she began a daily 15-minute resistance band routine. 3 exercises, 2 sets each. Within weeks, she noticed better balance, stronger arms, and most importantly, renewed confidence when walking alone or getting up from low chairs. Here's the takeaway. Strong people stay independent longer. Strength training isn't about becoming a bodybuilder. It's about telling your body that it still matters, that it needs to adapt and thrive. And remember, it's never too late to start. Your muscles are listening, and they respond quickly. So next time you're debating whether to skip movement for the day, ask yourself, do I want to age passively or actively stay in the game? Habit 6, cut sugar, embrace smart carbs. If you wanted to speed up aging, wrinkled skin, brain fog, low energy, stiff joints, the modern high-sugar diet would do the job perfectly. The good news? You can slow it all down by changing what's on your plate. Let's talk about glycation, a process where sugar molecules bind to proteins in your body, especially collagen, the structural protein that keeps your skin firm and your joints strong. When glycation happens, it forms harmful compounds called AGEs, advanced glycation end products. These molecules stiffen tissues, damage cells, and trigger chronic inflammation. Over time, they accelerate visible aging, worsen brain function, and even wear down your kidneys. A 2015 study published in the Journal of Gerontology found that high dietary AG intake was directly associated with shorter telomeres, the protective caps on your DNA. Shorter telomeres equals faster cellular aging. Another study from Mount Sinai showed that reducing AG consumption improved insulin sensitivity, lowered oxidative stress, and visibly improved skin tone within weeks. Here's the reframe. Cutting sugar isn't punishment, it's freedom. Freedom from crashing energy, mood swings, inflammation, and accelerated aging. So how do you start? Focus on smart carb swaps that stabilize blood sugar and reduce AGEs. Replace sugary juices with fresh berries. They're rich in fiber, low in sugar, and packed with antioxidants. Trade white rice and pasta for quinoa, lentils, or sweet potatoes. These foods digest slower, feed your gut microbes, and help regulate your energy naturally. Avoid ultra-processed snacks with high-fructose corn syrup or maltodextrin. Instead, snack on nuts, seeds, or avocado toast on sprouted grain bread. And here's a story to inspire you. David, a 62-year-old from Texas, used to rely on sugary cereal and sweetened coffee every morning. He felt foggy and sluggish by 10 a.m. After watching a health segment about glycation, he committed to 2 simple changes. Drink a tall glass of water before breakfast and start his day with savory protein-based meals like eggs with greens or cottage cheese with tomatoes. Within 2 weeks, his sugar cravings dropped dramatically, his focus returned, and he even noticed smoother skin. What happened? His taste buds reset, and his brain started craving nutrients, not sugar spikes. You don't have to quit every treat forever. But each meal is a choice, to fuel repair or to feed decay. So the next time you reach for that pastry, pause and ask yourself, is this helping me feel more alive or just older faster? Then make the better choice. Your future self will thank you. Here's how to take these science-backed habits from inspiration to daily reality without overwhelm. Start by choosing just 1 to 2 habits per day, rotating them through your week. You don't need to master everything at once. Longevity isn't a race, it's a rhythm. Here's a simple weekly structure. Monday, morning light walk plus collagen-rich breakfast. Tuesday, zone 2 cardio plus cold shower. Wednesday, deep sleep prep plus low-sugar meals. Thursday, sauna session or hot bath plus gratitude journaling. Friday, resistance band training plus post-exercise protein. Weekend, nature walk plus smart carb prep for the week ahead. Use habit stacking to make integration easier. For example, take your morning walk in the sun while listening to a podcast, habit 1. Then eat sardines or eggs right after, habit 2. One action flows into the next. Keep your kitchen stocked with longevity boosters. Sweet potatoes, berries, sardines, olive oil, leafy greens, and seaweed snacks. Build these into your existing grocery runs. No extra trips required. The key? Consistency over perfection. It's okay to miss a day. What matters is coming back the next. Anchor new habits to things you already do. After brushing your teeth, stretch. After morning coffee, go outside for light. These tiny links create powerful routines. And don't forget, this journey isn't just about adding years to life. It's about adding vitality to those years. Let's be honest, you're not just getting older, you're evolving. Every cell in your body is listening to your choices. And thanks to modern science, you now have a roadmap to guide those choices with clarity and confidence. These 6 habits, light, movement, stress resilience, strength, sleep, and sugar control, aren't fads. They're biological levers you can pull at any age to reshape how you age. Whether you're 50, 60, 70, or beyond, your best years aren't locked in the past. They're in front of you if you choose to meet them with intention. So here's your moment. Which habit are you going to try first? Light? Sleep? Strength? Comment below. I read every single one. And if this video helped you, share it with someone you care about. Aging is a journey we don't have to take alone. Want to make it even easier? I've included a free downloadable cheat sheet in the description. Print it, post it, use it. Because aging well isn't luck. It's a lifestyle. Your body isn't broken. It's waiting to be supported. Let's start today.